The citadel of Sultan Salah al-Din al-Ayyubi, Saladin, is one of the most iconic monuments in Islamic Cairo, and among the most impressive defensive fortresses dating to the Middle Ages. Its strategic location on the Muqaddam Hills gave it a formidable defensive position, and offered, as it still does today, an unrestricted panoramic view of Cairo. Sultan Salah al-Din al-Ayyubi was the first to order the construction of a fortress over the Muqaddam Hills in 572 AH/1176 AD, but it was not completed during his lifetime. This was achieved during the reign of Sultan al-Kamil ibn al-Adil, 604 AH/1207 AD, who decided to reside in it, making it the official residence of the rulers of Egypt. In the mid-19th century, Khedive Ismail moved the official residence to Abdeen Palace in downtown Cairo. The citadel witnessed some of the most significant events in Egyptian history from the time it was built to the end of the Muhammad Ali dynasty, which was in power from the early 19th century until the 1952 revolution, when the modern Egyptian Republic was born. Many monuments were added to the citadel over the centuries, providing visitors today with an array of places to visit, such as the Mosque of Muhammad Ali Pasha, which dominates the citadel. Other places to visit include the Mosque of the Mamluk Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad ibn Kalawan, the Ottoman-era Suleiman Pasha Al-Kadhim Mosque, as well as a number of museums such as the Police Museum, Al-Jawara Palace Museum, and the Military Museum. The Citadel of Cairo or Citadel of Saladin, Arabic, Romanized, Khalat Salah ad-Din, is a medieval Islamic-era fortification in Cairo, Egypt, built by Salah ad-Din, Saladin, and further developed by subsequent Egyptian rulers. It was the seat of government in Egypt and the residence of its rulers for nearly 700 years from the 13th century until the construction of Abdeen Palace in the 19th century. Its location on a promontory of the Muqaddam Hills near the center of Cairo commands a strategic position overlooking the city and dominating its skyline. When it was constructed, it was among the most impressive and ambitious military fortification projects of its time. It is now a preserved historic site, including mosques and museums. In addition to the initial Ayyubid-era construction begun by Saladin in 1176, the citadel underwent major development during the Mamluk Sultanate that followed, culminating with the construction projects of Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad in the 14th century. In the first half of the 19th century, Muhammad Ali Pasha demolished many of the older buildings and built new palaces and monuments all across the site, giving it much of its present form. In the 20th century, it was used as a military garrison by the British occupation and then by the Egyptian army until being opened to the public in 1983. In 1976, it was proclaimed by UNESCO as a part of the World Heritage Site Historic Cairo, Islamic Cairo, which was the new center of the Islamic world, reaching its golden age in the 14th century. Muhammad Ali was a pasha of Albanian origin who was appointed by the Ottoman Sultan in 1805 to restore order after the French occupation of Egypt, 1798 to 1801. However, he subsequently established himself as de facto independent ruler of the country. He consolidated power through a famous and violent coup in 1811 which eliminated the remaining Mamluk class that still formed the country's elites. One of the most pivotal events of this coup took place in the citadel. Muhammad Ali invited the Mamluk leaders to a celebration banquet in the citadel, and as they were leaving and passing along the road leading from the upper citadel to Bab al-Azab, regiments of his Albanian gunmen opened fire from above and massacred all of them. The citadel is sometimes referred to as the Citadel of Muhammad Ali, Arabic, Khalat Muhammad al. It contains the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, which he built between 1828 and 1848, perched on the summit of the citadel. This Ottoman-style mosque was built in memory of Tusun Pasha, Muhammad Ali's second son who died in 1816. However, it also represents Muhammad Ali's efforts to erase symbols of the Mamluk legacy that he sought to replace. Many of the former Mamluk structures, including the Great Iwan and the Ablaq Palace of al-Nasir Muhammad, were demolished in 1825 to make way for his new mosque and its renovated surroundings. Muhammad Ali himself was eventually buried in the mosque. His mosque also replaced the nearby Mosque of al-Nasir Muhammad as the citadel's official main mosque. Muhammad Ali's mosque, with its large dome and tall pencil-like Ottoman minarets, is one of the most prominent monuments on Cairo's skyline to this day. Mosque of Muhammad Ali. The mosque was built between 1830 and 1848, although not completed until the reign of Said Pasha in 1857. It is located in the southern enclosure and is open to the public today. The architect was Yusuf Bushnak from Istanbul, and its model was the Sultan Ahmed Mosque in that city. Muhammad Ali Pasha was buried in a tomb carved from Carrara marble, in the courtyard of the mosque. His body was transferred here from Hosh el-Basha in 1857.